Hi guys, it's Jazz. I'm back for another reading. If you would like a personal channeled reading, which I don't use cards for, just purely channeled, please go to Spiritual Readings with Jasmine on Facebook and contact me there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite. And when I first was trying to decide what I would do the reading on today, I'm going to do my generally my usual one of messages coming out and determining whether or not they're for the feminine or the masculine, or from the feminine or the masculine. But we will see what happens. And I got the feeling that both the feminine and the masculine want to talk. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Now I read by channeling messages that come from the card. I don't actually read from the universal meanings generally. I'm actually shaking today. I'm not nervous, but I'm shaking, so that's weird. Okay, so I'm actually feeling like, okay, I'm getting that anything is possible, and that you need to be, so both of you need to be open to anything being possible. And recently what I've been learning is to remove attachment to outcome. So that's a pretty straightforward message there. So by removing attachment to outcome, that basically means you're in the present moment, you're doing your thing, and whatever happens, happens. If you're vibrating at a higher level, or whatever you're vibrating at, you're going to, frequency you're vibrating at, you're going to attract people who are similar. And also you're going to repel people who are not at that vibration, or you'll quickly end interactions with people in situations that aren't vibrating at your frequency. And through evolution of ourselves and ascension, most of us naturally, and I say most of us because I can't speak for everyone, but some of us, or a lot of us, obviously are growing. No, we're all growing, but yeah. It's hard to explain, but basically, yeah, the whatever you're vibrating at is what you will attract. We have the Emperor here. I'm feeling that the masculine and the feminine need to take control of, need to start channeling their energy into their 3D reality. So start doing things that make them feel good, feel happy, things that they enjoy, try new hobbies, even just, sitting and doing something that brings you peace, or listening to some nice music, relaxing, things like that. I really feel that you need to make the most of your empire in order for this, for you to be prepared for anything, basically. And we have the Six of Pentacles here. Balance is always I was going to say being fought for, but yeah, I mean, basically, we're always trying to come into balance. We're always trying to balance out. We can swing one way quite hard, and then we might swing the other way, but essentially, a nice, stable balance is what we would like. And I feel that the people who have been patient, patience is a massive lesson for a lot of us, I know myself included, to learn how to be patient, and it pays off. And I feel like this is really representative of patience, paying off. Yeah. So, and then we have the judgment card. The concept that's coming through from this is that we really need to be the judge of ourselves and our own actions, and we need to be comfortable with those. We need to make sure that they are for the best of us. Sorry, they are for the best for us. I really feel like we need to be moving out of any unhealthy behaviours. We need to really be digging our heels in and making the most of our current situation and paving the path for the future. We have the Two of Wands here. The world is based, at your fingertips. I mean, I was just watching something earlier on the TV about someone who wanted to commit suicide, and he was waiting for a train to come, and the train, so that he could obviously end his life by, that train hitting him. But the train didn't come that day, and so then he went and went into drug rehab, and then because he was a drug addict, he went into drug rehab, then he went into a homeless shelter, and then he decided he was going to commit himself and his life to community services. Over the space of 15 years, he did all of this and did a university degree, and is now a recognised member of the community who helps other people. And just by using that example, I mean, we can really hit rock bottom, but we don't have to hit rock bottom. In the present moment, we can choose any activity or action that we wish to do, or even try, and we don't need to have a set outcome for that. We just need to follow our intuition and our hearts, and and basically do what gives us fulfillment, and that is a useful use of ourselves and our energy for us. And then we have but that message really is, it's like, that's just what I said, with the whole doing things that we feel comfortable with and that we feel are good decisions, and really cutting out the crap. And then we have the Six of Cups. So this is quite a general reading. Actually, it's more for the viewer. I'm not really getting masculine and feminine vibes. But there really is. So we have many. This is a soulmate card and a connection card. We really have many many connections that we make throughout our lifetimes. Look, if basically the message that's coming through for this reading is to concentrate on yourselves, and your direction, and you will eventually attract your tribe, and you will attract love. This this is feeling, I'm getting some loneliness vibes from this card here. I feel like some of you might feel alone at the moment, or a bit isolated. Obviously, that goes without saying with the pandemic that we have at the moment. But just have faith that everything works out, and try not to be fearful. try to accept the present moment, how it is and as it is, and do what you can and what you feel comfortable to do. I'm actually going to get some Wisdom of the Oracle cards to shed some more light. Whoops. So first we have By the Book. And now this is telling me that we don't need to do things by the book, but it also is telling me to do it by your own book. So don't worry so much about what other people are thinking of you. As I said before, follow your own path. And like I said, to cut out the bullshit, clean it up, and really get to know yourself. With the deep knowing card here, you know, I'm getting that the best way to be armed, or at least prepared for interactions in the world, is to know yourself and your own limits. Know what is not for you. And when you know what is not for you, you'll get closer to what you want, and you will start to realize and move forward, and come into what is actually healthy and will make you happy, or happier than what you have been in the past, with people and situations and circumstances. And then we have TikTok. I'm also feeling that, you know, the whole time thing, you know, it's said very often that time is an illusion. You know, time can be useful. So if you set a goal and say that, you know, by this time, and break that down, this is what you want to achieve, all well and good, but don't necessarily do things by the clock, because, you know, you're not a failure if you don't achieve what you wanted in that time. So really just try not to take too much notice of time passing by, or being in a rush, or comparing yourself to other people and where they're at. You know, time is an illusion, and just don't be in a rush to get anywhere, to do anything. Just really try to enjoy the present moment for what it is. And if you're not happy right now, then do something to change that. Okay, I really want to look into some love stuff. So I'm going to get the new Vision Tarot. The messages that I got were that the masculine and the feminine want to talk about things. And let's see what they would like to talk about. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups straight up. Again, I'm not really feeling anything from the Divine Masculine or Feminine at this stage. This is an interesting reading. But both of you want happiness, of course. I mean, who doesn't want happiness? But I am actually feeling like for a lot of you, there's going to be some really fun, beautiful times coming up. We have the Ace of Cups here. We've got some people playing in the ocean there, which is absolutely gorgeous. There's going to be a heartfelt new start here, and I mean, I'm getting that a decision needs to be made here. And this person, may not be aware that this horse is here, but, put down the swords, take off the blindfold, look at what your options are. I'm actually feeling like the masculine is waiting for something to happen before they come towards the feminine, or before they can come into your life. We have the note of the Page of Wands here, and in the background we have a woman with a wand on fire, which is beautiful. But he's not really looking at her. He's looking at his own wand, and I feel like there are some things that he needs to do before he can come into her state of her life, basically. But there is, like, the Eight of Wands we have here is communication card, and yeah, I just got the divinely timed communication. This time thing, we need to let go of that. The more that we let go of something, the more increased chance that we have of actually coming across it, or it coming across us. Vibrationally, in the physical, and yeah, I mean, this lady, the Nine of Pentacles here, she's really in the present moment. She's got her bed there, she's standing in the garden, she's planted her seeds, her investments are growing. Oh, there's two cards there, didn't realize that. Then we have the Three of Wands. Someone really is waiting to take action. Or is even taking action at the moment and leading the way. But, we need to go through transformation. Here's the Death card. And we really need to go through transformation before we get to a stage where we're going to attract things that are healthy for us, and people that are healthy for us. And if we don't give ourselves that time to, just be, then we're not going to... It might sound counterproductive, but giving yourself time to just be, I'm getting this concept that that's going to speed up whatever is on its way for you, whatever is being delivered to you. It's basically... I mean, the Nine of Cups is here, that's wish fulfillment, that's happiness. The Ace of Cups is here, that's a new beginning, an emotional new start. The Two of Swords is about making a decision, or not knowing what your decisions are or what your options are, I'm feeling. But that doesn't really matter. Sorting out what you want and the direction you want to go is one thing, but not waiting for love, but just being and allowing love to come into your life when you are ready and it is ready, instead of trying to force something, or, as I said in a previous reading, getting distracted by, don't get distracted by shiny new things. Realize what your habits are, otherwise they will continue to repeat and manifest themselves in your relationships. And that's what I'm saying. Transformation and, death really of these habits and anything that you've been carrying around with you is really important to allow the new start. I'm going to get some Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Okay, so we have the King of Air or the King of Swords here. There's a lot going on in the mind, I'm feeling. And the Ace of Swords we have here. So instantly I'm just feeling like, the Ace of Swords is a new beginning in the mental space, or in also swords are communication. Just, it's time to really cut out the crap. If you want to get somewhere, I'm healing, there's channeled messages. If you want to get somewhere, then you need to cut out the crap. And, we need to realize we have the Heaven and Earth card here. We need to realize that what is we really need to believe that what we think might be possible is actually possible. Because if if you're hanging on to an outcome and you get a little bit of doubt because you're not sure whether that's going to happen or not, and then you get distracted in what may or may not happen, and then you might get depressed if you think, oh, it's never going to happen. Like, don't attach your state of being to an outcome with a certain person or a situation, because I just lost my train of thought. But also at the same time, just really surrender and believe that you deserve what you want. It might take a bit of time. It might mean going inward, which it does, of course. This person really is stepping up their being game. And he's on fire. Like, he's getting, like, that means action to me. Fire means action. And he's really preparing himself to act. And then we have the Ace of Earth or Pentacles, which is a new beginning in the 3D. So it's pretty clear what is coming through here. It's definitely a message for the individuals. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get some Whisper of Love card and a Minology card, and then I'm going to end the reading. Okay, so we have romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. I'm really, yeah, and then we have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. So these cards are really calling us to be more loving. And then we have consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. And the consider your foundation came out the other day. And for that, it meant consider what the foundations that you're on and that you're potentially wanting to build love on. And are you ready for that yet? Do you need to do some more healing? Do you need to do some more work on yourself? Like attracts like. It's like what I was saying earlier, the vibration that you're on, or where you're at, is going to attract situations that mirror that. And the romance card, really, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Do that for yourself as well. Show yourself that love that you would normally do for others. Spoil yourself occasionally. Buy that thing that you want to buy, or do that thing you want to do. Nourish yourself as best you can, even if you're going through a shitty period. Just do the best that you actually can. And the like attracts like really sums up where we're at with this reading. Think about the people that you've been attracting throughout your life, and then think about how they have been teaching you about things about yourself. So if you have an abusive person or a person who's quite selfish, is that because, are you staying with that person, or have you stayed with that person in the past? Not just because you love them or you want to work it out, but because you think that you don't deserve more. I mean, we might not be aware of this, so bring these things into awareness. And I really am feeling like romance is coming in, but really romance, you know, for this reading, for whoever's watching this reading and it's resonating with you, try to take the focus off the romance for now. And don't look for something in every person and every situation. I mean, obviously we're attracted to certain people. Think about that attraction. Think about what it's teaching you. Okay, expect powerful change. Indeed, I've been seeing 5s everywhere, and 5 is a number for change. And I really feel like a lot of us are going through these transformations. In order to find a more healthy romantic, you know, not just for love, but we can't find a healthy romantic relationship without going under transformation if we're not already. I mean, we constantly try for transformation, but you know, if we're, like I said, if we're stuck in unhealthy habits that we might not be aware of, we can't expect to find a healthy love in that mirror, because we're going to attract mirrors for ourselves, and that's really what it comes down to. Okay guys, thank you for joining me again. I'll see you next time. Bye.